Filing for trademarks, service marks, and livestock brands just got a whole lot easier. Here to share more on just how easy it is for you to make your mark, the mark himself, Mark Hammond, South Carolina Secretary of State. We're so happy to have you back in the studio.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So trademarks, it's a big part of how we do business in this nation legally, how we protect whether it's intellectual property, an idea that we have. So for people who are not quite understanding the difference between, say, a trademark or a copyright, what exactly is a trademark? How does it work?
Well, you know, South Carolina Secretary of State's office is integral in the transaction of business here, and I want to do everything I can to be as user-friendly and as customer-friendly as possible. So a few months ago, we were able to unveil our trademark online system. And we want to let companies be able to register those marks online. It's going to speed up the process. It's going to help us communicate with the customer. Before, you would have to mail the application in. We'd have to look at the application. There may be a problem with the application. We would have to send it back, taking time. This way, through the online service, we can correct those through the internet, and those can be corrected and filed, saving us and customers a lot of time. We want to offer those protections here in South Carolina. A lot of people want to register those marks through the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. That takes quite a bit of time.
Yes, it does.
So they incorporate, they start their business, the trademark has to be in service, then they register that mark with us, and we're able to offer them protections here in the state of South Carolina. A lot of times while they're applying for that U.S. trademark and patent, which could take 6 months to a year.
Wow, that's a long process. A lot of people don't realize it. But if you're an inventor, if you create things, then this is probably territory that you're well acquainted with. So a trademark, that's when we see the T in a circle next to a name of something,
That's
correct?
right, like clothing.
Yes.
Like if you come up with a brand of coffee, if a certain barbecue that you wanted to trademark, you could trademark those items in the Secretary of State's office. A service mark would be if you were a plumber, if you provided a service, and that service would be a service mark that you would register in the office. And if you felt like someone was infringing on that mark, you could contact the Secretary of State's office or contact counsel, and a cease and desist could be ordered. And with our new online system, you can look the marks that we have in the office that are currently registered. And we have about 953 trademark service marks, trademarks registered, and 2,250 service marks registered.
Wow.
And all that's in a searchable database now for our customers.
So a trademark that's registered here in South Carolina is good for the rest of the country, correct?
That's not correct, just for South Carolina, and that's why it's so
right?
important, and people want that protection as soon as possible, so they register in the state while they're going through the process to register with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
I see. Okay, so there's multiple components to this process. So let's just take the first thing that comes to my mind is, say, Kellogg's cereal, for instance. So Kellogg's, it's very noticeable, it's very recognizable. It's not just the name, but it's also the way in which it's written. This obviously cannot be infringed upon anywhere in the country, but it had to have been registered in a particular state.
When it first began, it probably was, yes, and then they went the process of registering that nationwide. And offering nationwide protections.
Yes, okay. So anything that is of intellectual property, just like a copyright. So if you want to copyright, say, a book or something like that, that goes through its own set of processes. So you don't handle copyrights per se, just trademarks?
Trademarks, service marks, and livestock brands.
Yeah, tell me about the livestock component.
Livestock brands, we have over 300 registered. You only register a livestock brand one time, and say if you're a farmer and you have cattle, you have a brand that is recognized and filed in the Secretary of State's office, and that brand is unique to you. And the only difference with a livestock brand is that you would still also need to register in your local clerk of court's office. And you only have to you do not have to reapply for that brand. It's permanent, that's your brand. But whereas with a trademark or service mark, you would have to renew that every 5 years in the Secretary of State's office.
Oh, I see. Okay, very interesting. Well, you've given us some wonderful information. Is it expensive to file?
$15. It depends on your schedule. Some are less than $15. If you were registering clothes, it could be $25 for that application. So it varies. So a customer needs to look at the application fee, and it will explain to them the different classes and what they may have to pay.
Doesn't really break the bank, though.
No, not in South Carolina.
Not at all. You can do it from the comfort of your own home online. I want to thank you so much, Mark, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Could I mention one other thing?
Absolutely, yes.
What's very important about registering that mark and that trademark is the Secretary of State's office also enforces trafficking in counterfeit merchandise. And we work closely with Homeland Security, local law enforcement. So if someone's selling a bag, clothes, appliances, things that aren't registered or counterfeit, we also assist in those investigations. And last year we seized over close to $2 million in retail value of counterfeit merchandise here in South Carolina.
Where did all that stuff come from?
China.
China, yeah.
Overseas,
yeah.
most of it.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a sticking point too, because we have our laws here. They don't necessarily abide by our laws, so that's where you end up seizing the goods.
We had an estimate value of $15 million from a retail store in Anderson, South Carolina that was selling counterfeit championship rings and memorabilia. And that was one of our largest seizures in the last year.
Fascinating. It's amazing. Well, we appreciate the work that you do and for protecting the citizens of South Carolina. Thank you so much. Good to see you. We'll be back after this.